All right, so good morning, my beautiful followers. Today, I want to clear some things that came up from our previous videos because we noticed that some of us are beginners and they were not able to understand the wiring of some of the projects we've done in the past. So I have decided to take these components one at a time so that by the time we start to build things again, everybody is going to be on the same page. So today, I want to take on this timer, Hanley timer. We're going to be treating it so that we all understand how to use it, how to connect it. This timer is designed to effect a delay of 60 seconds maximum. You can see from this dial is from 0 here all the way to 60, and it is in seconds. So you can turn it until you achieve your desired time. There are also other timers that are designed to give a delay of about 30 seconds, like this one. This one gives a delay of 30 seconds maximum. There are other timers also that can give up to 1 minute, depends on your design. So down here underneath is where we have the pins that are they all assigned to perform a particular function in any control system. They are all labeled from 1 to 8. This is pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have pin 1 up to pin 8, and they all have a particular function which they perform. So let us look at the diagram, and I'm going to explain this diagram, the pinout, so that everyone will have a very clear understanding of what this drawing means. If you look down here where we have the power, it is pin 7 and pin 2. So pin 2 and pin 7 are going to be connected to your 220 volts, because if you look at this, it is rated 220 volts. This 5 amps is the rating of the contact of the relay that is inside here. Now, if you look at this place, it is showing you 3 different terminals and 2 different switches. Pin 8 here, as you can see, is a common terminal for pin 5 and pin 6. What that means is that here is called the normally closed, while here is the normally open. What that means is that right now that we don't have any power connected to this timer, this contact and this contact are connected together. They are closed internally. So if you connect anything at pin 8, you get it at pin 5 immediately. But when this system is energized, when you connect power to it, this place will open and this one will close. So the normally open will close when you energize this system here, and the normally close will open. Now we have this other side here. What happens here is that immediately this one is normally closed, this one is normally open. When you connect power here, this one will open and this one will close. When you remove the power from here, this one will open and then this one will remain closed. Here is normally closed, here is normally open. Here is normally closed, here is normally open. But there is a difference between these 2 switches here, this one and this one. The difference is that this one has the delay effect. When you set this thing to any amount of delay, maybe 5 seconds, when you energize it here, this one will remain closed until after 5 seconds. Then here will close and this one will open. But when you come here, immediately you energize here, this one will open and this one will close. So the delay does not affect this particular one. So when you want to effect a delay in your system, you are going to use pin 8, 5, and 6. But when you just want to effect a system that will take an action when energy is connected to this place, immediately you use this particular one. This one does not have a delay, and this one has a delay. So common pin is 8, normally closed pin here is 5, and normally open pin here is 6. And down here, the common pin here is 1, the normally closed pin here is 4, and normally open pin here is 3. So I believe you understand this one. So right behind here is where you have the pins. You are not going to connect your wire or solder your wire around here. It is designed to go onto a base, and that base is what I'm going to show you right now. This is the base for this timer, and it is clearly labeled pin 1, which is this, pin 2, pin 3, pin 4, pin 5, pin 6, pin 7, and pin 8. So the way these things are on this drawing, that is the numbering of these pins, that is exactly what you have here. So what you are going to do is that if you look at this place, you are going to see a groove. There is a groove here, and then you also have something like a notch on this one. So make sure this place matches with the groove on this one so it can go in. So you just bring the two of them together and then you plug it in, and this timer is ready to be used. So we're going to connect power to this timer on pin 2 and pin 7 as we discussed, and we're going to select a particular time and then we see how it is going to behave. We're going to be connecting also indicators to show us what happens internally exactly. So I'm going to do the connection quickly. Before we do the connection, we must remove this one. So I'm going to use this cable as the source of power, this one. I'm going to use it. So what we'll do first is we're going to open here with our screwdriver. Let me bring this close so you can enjoy it more. So, as we said, this here is pin 7 and this here is pin 8. So pin 8 is the common. So what we're going to see, I'm going to draw it here, is this is pin 8, this is pin 5, and this is pin 6, this is pin 7, and this is pin 2. So I'm just going to treat this particular side. We're going to talk about this particular side right now. So we're talking about pin 8, which is this, pin 2, which is this one, pin 7, which is this one, pin 5, which is this one, and pin 6, which is this one. So what is going to happen here, according to this diagram, is that when we energize here, when we connect 220 volts here, this thing is connected here right now. The contact is here, but this place and this place, this is where we take to our mains. This is 220 volts. So when we connect this one is connected together. Then after 5 seconds, if you select 5 seconds here, if you select 5 seconds here, which is between 0 and 10, after 5 seconds, this will disconnect and it will move to this one. All right, this is exactly what happens. So, but if you have a bulb, for example, an indicator lamp, you want to delay, you want it to come on after 5 seconds. What you are going to do is, of course, you are going to tap from here to your lamp, and then you are going to connect this one here on 6. Connect it to 6. But, of course, we are going to connect this power here from here to 8. You have to connect it like this. So that when you energize here, the power is here. Neutral is complete here. But it is not here. It is already here. Until after 5 seconds, it will now come to this side and your indicator lamp will come on. All right? So let us connect an indicator lamp and then we run a quick test. So we'll use this indicator lamp. I'm going to connect it to 6. The neutral of our indicator, which is this one, is going to come to this place. So what is remaining now is to connect this one to number 8. So when this is done, you now bring your timer, locate this notch, and locate the groove on the base and plug it in. So the connection is complete right now. So what we're going to do is to plug it in. This timer is already set to 10 seconds, as you can see. And we'll plug it in and wait for 10 seconds and see what happens to this indicator. I have dimmed the light so that we will see it clearly. Now it is on. 10 seconds. There you go. So I hope you understand how this one works. So I'm going to show you the other switch on this timer. We'll take this power off. We'll remove this one. And we're going to remove our indicator from here. And then we're going to remove this one from here. So we'll be taking it to the other common terminal, which is pin 1. So we'll connect it here. So if you remember, we talked about this pin on this side. So the common pin here is pin 1. All right. Pin 1 is the common pin, and pin 4 is normally closed, and pin 3 is normally open. As I said before, immediately power comes in here, normally closed will open, and normally open will close. So what that means is that if we connect this indicator to pin 3, it will be off, but when we connect, immediately we connect power here, it will be on. It is not going to see or experience any form of delay, no matter what we set the time to be on this side. So we're going to connect the indicator lamp on pin 3, which is the normally open. Pin 3 is this one. So we'll connect it like that. Open here. Insert this one and close it. Then we plug in our timer. So we're going to connect this to power now. You see, it's on already. It is not affected by the timer. So if you like this video, I really need you to let me know in the comment section. Share with your friends and follow me for more tips on power. Thank you very much.